Hey bro, today I'm so excited to show you what kind of books that I read so that you can become the most successful version of yourself. These are the best books basically on self-improvement to reach the greatest heights in the smallest amount of time possible. And I'm gonna talk to you today about which one that has helped me most and what kind of tips they give you to skyrocket your productivity and your chances of becoming successful. So I actually want to start with the first one that I got, which is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, which is a very good book. Basically what he's talking about in this book is that he's talking about a liability and an asset, which basically means in short terms that an asset is something that puts money in your pocket and a liability is something that puts money out of your pocket. So now you could probably wonder, what could those type of things be? So let me give you some examples. So most of the time, a liability will be a car because a car loses its value over time. It doesn't increase over time. And most of the time, it doesn't have to just be that you pull money out of your pocket. Because let's say with a house, for example, you use a lot of money. So you will probably think, well, then that's a liability, right? And you're actually not quite true, because even though you put money out of your pocket for a house, usually it actually has a higher ROI, which means return on investment, which means that the value of the house goes up, which actually means that you have gained money, which means that it actually put money in your pocket. So a car is a liability and a house is usually an asset. So that is basically what Robert Kiyosaki talks about. Basically, he also just talks about that you shouldn't work for money, but make the money work for you. Fucking fly, bro. I'm going insane with it. Somewhere that just flies everywhere, bro. Shit, man. And just when I'm recording this video, fuck, bro. Fuck you, fly. Now. Yeah, so basically what I think it means to not work for money but make the money work for you is investments. So basically that you buy stocks and all this, because you put money into those and then you don't do anything else and they just increase your value over time. But of course you have to be clever with the ones that you buy. Usually I would recommend that you buy index funds because it's the biggest companies in the country that you want to buy it in, and it's very unusual for all 500 companies to like break down. So that's just in short, that is the ones that always increase with like 8 to 10% every 10 years, or was it every year? I think it's every year actually. But yeah, that's just my tip of advice. So yes, really good book. So if we go on to the next one, it is actually this nice colored book, orange book, which is named The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. And it's actually really good. I am not done with this yet, but it's pretty good. So what he's going on with so far is that basically, as the title says, is that we give way too many fucks. So an example of this could be when you are at the gym and you see a hot girl and you tell yourself, wait, fuck, I shouldn't sexualize about them. But you just sexualize, so now I'm sexualizing. And I shouldn't sexualize, because that is what he means by not giving a fuck. You're always overthinking and you are using your energy and time on it, and it's a waste of fucking time. So instead of always caring about what other things and all these things, then you should just live like you want to. But don't live like what you want to with doing drugs and all this shit. That's not what he means by it. He just means live your life like you want. So instead of kind of hiding away and doing what others want to, if they tell you to, then you just don't give a fuck. It's like, it's what you want, it's what you say. And also it's you can fuck up, you can say something that's dumb. who cares? It's a very nice. It's a very nice book just because it kind of gives you a feeling that you don't have to give so much a care about the world and what other thinks about you. It's a very nice book. It kind of gives peace to the mind in some ways. So very good book. I could definitely recommend that if you want to just have it. I wouldn't really say this is gonna make it successful, but it is a good book to just become more known to your true intentions and what you want out of life and how you want to live. Really good book, honestly. The next book that I want to show you is actually, I think this is the greatest one yet that I have. It is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Very, very good book. He comes with good advice, tips, a list of tips where he talks about steps that you should do to become a millionaire, that you cannot fail other than yourself if you don't do these tips. It's a very good book. So basically, these tips are where you set a goal for the amount of money that you want, and after you have done that, you plan the date of when you want the money, then you plan out how you do it, then you write it down on a paper, then you read it every night and every morning, so twice a day, and you just read it aloud like you already have it. That's what he's describing. And then he's talking a lot about mindset, about instead of thinking that it's impossible, think about it's possible, because he had a lot of people in the time who believed it, even though they were the lowest hierarchy, I think it's called, and they still got to the top because they took advantages of the options that they had instead of complaining about the options that they didn't have. So very good book. You are gonna get very intelligent by this, and you're gonna see the world in a completely different way. You're gonna get a completely different mindset, and it's fucking good. It's fucking good. I tell you, bro, it's fucking good. That's my second favorite. That was my second favorite book. My favorite book of all time is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Holy shit. This book, I know you have heard about it before. If you haven't and you're on self-improvement, then that's kind of weird, but you should know about this. This is fucking key, bro. If you want to become more productive in your life, like 20 more times productive, it's this book that you're gonna learn from. Read this book. You're gonna learn all the tactics that he has. It's like, he has like fucking paragraphs and like some laws for why you procrastinate and why you want to do the work that you want to. An example could be this habit loop here that he describes, which is cue, craving, response, and reward. So let me try to explain this. So you get a cue when you think about porn. Let's say you think about masturbating, right? You wanna beat your dick, meat. I meant yes. So that's your cue. Then you have the craving. Like you just thought about it, now you crave it. So now you want to do it. You can't get it out of your head. You feel like, right? You crave it. Then there's the response. Either you do it or you don't do it. And then there's the reward. The reward can either be good or a bad thing. The habit loop, so the reward, if you do it, then you're gonna feel shit. Let's take this with another example, which is a more positive thing. You choose the good food about another, so the cue, you feel like you wanna eat healthy. You eat an apple, which is healthy. That is the response. I think you know what I mean now by craving and cue, right? So you eat it, response, and the reward is now you feel good, healthy. You feel very good, right? So that is basically the habit loop. And then he also talks about things that you can do. So like where you write down all of your bad habits and then you try to solve them with his methods. I don't want to tell them because you're gonna read this yourself. It's fucking good, bro. It's my favorite book of all time. It's fucking hyped up. And then he talks about all the laws. Here's the second law, make it attractive. And that's just one of it. Some others is make it obvious and so on. It's fucking good, bro. It's fucking good. I'm not nearly done. I have like 30 pages left and I'm fucking sad about them. I'm already done, but it's so fucking good. The next one is tax-free wealth, which is a very interesting book. It's very short. It has like 50 pages? Yeah, 50 pages. But it's just some strategies to try to avoid taxes. It's pretty interesting. He comes with taxes like real estate exchanges, which called the 1031, the 401k and IRA investing and all this. Very interesting. There's not that much to say about it. It's not a must, but if you want to, it's pretty good to read. If you are interested in finances and all that, then we come to the big one here. 48 Laws of Power. It's not my favorite, but it's in the top 3. It's the top 3 because it's so interesting. This language is fucking clever. Like, if it's very intelligent, so you really have to focus when you read this, and you kind of maybe have to research the words sometimes. But he comes basically with stories about ancient times where the warriors and the kings got betrayed, and what he should have done better to not make that happen. And basically, as it says, the 48 Laws of Power, it's just rules for how to make you more powerful in different situations. So let's say you come into a room, then it's a power about how you can be the most outstanding in the room, just with your body language and all this. It's very interesting. This is kind of physiological and all this. It's very good. Fucking good, bro. Fucking good book. This, if you read this, you're gonna become more successful in life. Bro, trust me, bro. It happened for me, so why shouldn't it happen for you? So yeah, that's the books, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you will reconsider buying some of them, because they really helped me to skyrocket my success. Like, I can just tell that I'm ahead of everyone. It sounds fucking dickhead. I'm sounding like a dick, right? But honestly, it's the truth. It's not that hard to compete against the guys who like take drugs and drink themselves full every single weekend, and doesn't do any work other than sitting on TikTok. Like, come on, bro, get to fucking work, you bitch.